John. Kenneth Wetton is an English singer, bassist, and songwriter. He was born in Willington, Derbyshire, and grew up in Bournemouth. He rose to fame with bands Mogul Thrash, Family, King Crimson, Roxy Music, Bryan Ferry, Uriah Heep, and Wishbone Ash. After his period with King Crimson, Wetton formed UK, and later he was the frontman and principal songwriter of the supergroup Asia, which has proved his biggest commercial success. Their self-titled debut album sold 8 million copies worldwide and was Billboard magazine's #1 album of 1982. He later formed the duo Icon with Geoff Downes and since the 1990s has had a successful solo career, releasing a large number of studio and live albums. Wetton has had a long career as an in-demand session bass player and has collaborated with many members of progressive rock bands such as Yes and Genesis. Career: Wetton grew up in Bournemouth and was in a number of early bands with Richard Palmer James, on bass and vocals, including The Corvettes, the Palmer James Group, Tetrad, and Ginger Man. A key early band was Mogul Thrash and work with Family and various sessions followed. Wetton's first big break came when he joined Wimborne, Dorset, musician Robert Fripp in his new lineup of King Crimson in 1972, allowing Wetton to come to the fore as a lead singer and composer. Palmer James also worked with the band as a lyricist. Wetton remained with the band until Fripp unexpectedly disbanded it in 1974. Wetton continued to work on various projects, often with Palmer James or Crimson drummer, Bill Bruford. Wetton and Bruford formed UK, the band emerging out of a failed King Crimson reunion. Other band members included guitarist Alan Holdsworth and keyboard violin wizard Eddie Jobson. Wetton released his first solo album, Caught in the Crossfire, in 1980 after the breakup of UK. He then started working with Steve Howe, who had recently been in Yes. They went on to form Asia, with whom he worked until the mid-1980s. Wetton left the band and rejoined on 2 occasions. The 1990s saw Wetton out of Asia and focusing on a solo career. In 1999, a failed Asia reunion resulted in Wetton forming the short-lived progressive rock group Kango with Carl Palmer, John Young, and Dave Kilminster. The group performed several shows in the UK and recorded one live album, Live in the Hood, before disbanding when Wetton and Palmer returned to their solo projects. In the early 2000s, he reunited with Asia keyboardist Geoff Downes for Icon. In 2006, an official reunion of the original Asia lineup finally occurred. The studio album titled Phoenix, the original band's first since 1983's Alpha, was released in April 2008 and peaked at number 73 on the North American Top 200 Albums charts. The original lineup released 2 more studio albums, Omega and XXX, before Howe departed in January 2013. With new guitarist Sam Coulson, Asia released Gravitas in March 2014. Wetton and the band are currently touring in support of this new release. Wetton has done extensive work as a session musician with acts such as Brian Eno, Bryan Ferry and Phil Manzanera. More recently, he has worked on several projects with Billy Sherwood and been part of a UK reunion with Eddie Jobson. Discography. References. External links, official site, official Asia Reunion website.